guys, Lady Yoga here, and this is Yoga Quickies, the show where you tell us what you want out of your yoga or fitness routine, and we deliver it to you in 5 minutes or less. I am so lucky to be with my friend Marcia Miller from Yoga on High in Columbus, Ohio. She is joining us for another episode of Yoga Quickies. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh.
Having fun with you too.
She's amazing. She's so incredible. She's been teaching for 40 years. She started Yoga on High with two of her partners back in 2001. And your space has how many classes a week?
About 100.
About 100 classes a week. This space is incredible. They've got two. They have teacher trainings, retreats,
Yes.
and then a space called Grow. Tell us a little bit about Grow.
Grow is our sister studio
Okay.
in the nearby town,
Okay.
and it's a more intimate space. It only has one room in it and has more of a neighborhood feel.
Nice. And besides yoga, what other kind of classes do you offer?
We are primarily a yoga studio,
Mhm.
and we've kept to that, but we do offer a full Reiki training. We also offer Ayurveda training.
Ooh,
So,
amazing.
that's
And in
a
the
whole nother
Midwest, you
conversation.
really can't get any better than that. This is kind of a full service place. You
It
can
is.
kind of come here for your yoga class, but also get
It is. Yeah.
just massive education, so
It
many
is.
levels.
And yoga's broad enough that we can just do yoga.
Yeah. And what styles? I noticed a few, but you can mention it for our
Oh,
audience.
thanks. We have hatha, which is my style, so I love
Mhm.
that, a more eclectic hatha variety. We have different vinyasa styles, hot and cool. We have a style that we created here called Sequoia,
Oh,
which
sweet.
blends in sensual elements, aromatherapy, touch, always meditation and pranayama
Okay.
as well.
I love
And then
that.
we teach urban Zen classes, urban Zen integrative therapy classes, which is one of my great loves as well, to make yoga accessible to everyone.
Yeah. And that's really even what Yoga Quickies is about, is to make that accessible to you guys at home. So whether you've never hit the mat, hit a gym, gone to a yoga studio, you might have questions out there about yoga, and we are trying to debunk myths
Yes.
and make it as accessible as possible. And so the last Yoga Quickie that we did together, where we did a 5-minute episode on boosting the immune system by doing yoga and Reiki. It was so great. I felt so relaxed afterwards. And I thought to myself, well, what if you could do Reiki on yourself? And I was like, well, can you really though? Show us how. So we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock, and Marcia's going to show us how to do Reiki on ourselves. Briefly, before I put the 5 minutes on the
Yeah.
clock, if you haven't seen the other quickies, tell us briefly what Reiki is.
So Reiki is a hands-on or lightly off healing modality that allows a person to feel connected to themselves. Generally, people feel really relaxed. Sometimes we consider it to be a meditative practice. Insight can come, wisdom can come. It's a path with a lot of mystery.
Yeah, limitless benefits.
I like that.
Very cool. All right, so we're
Exactly.
going to put 5 minutes and on the clock, and it might go over, who knows, but we're going to take
Yeah, and the most comfortable way to give yourself Reiki is lying down.
Okay,
So,
here we go.
do you want something under your knees?
Yes, please.
Sure. And how about under your head?
That sounds good too. And so guys, if you don't have yoga, what do you call them? What are these, blankets?
Blankets.
At home, you can use a
Just
towel.
do it in bed.
Or just do it in bed.
This
Whatever
is where
is most
I do my
comfortable.
yoga practice,
Okay.
my Reiki practice every morning in bed.
Smart woman.
Oh yeah, it's so great. And sometimes in the middle of the night, because you wake up in the middle of the night, instead of tossing and turning, do Reiki.
Oh my gosh, this is for insomnia. Oh my
Could be.
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 4 head positions and 4 front body positions that are the easiest accessible. And you can start by putting your hands lightly over your own eyes. In the daylight, it blocks out your light. But if you think of what's behind your eyes here, it's your brain. And so you're soothing your nervous system through your eyes, you're soothing your pineal and pituitary glands, and the darkness from your hands, the velvety darkness from your hands allows you to settle more. Now, I know we said I was going to demonstrate these, but I'm just so drawn to touching your feet. I'm
Go
going
for
to
it.
give you Reiki down here where you can't reach.
As long as y'all can see this, it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And then the next position could be just move sideways so your hands are more over your temples.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you were in bed, you'd have an extra pillow that you'd rest on your chest. So
Oh,
your
okay.
arms, you could even be rested.
It's like a hug with your pillow.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And then I'm down here giving you Reiki at your feet because it just feels good.
And we were talking a little bit before about touch and the idea of
of touch, whether it's from yourself or from someone else. I mean, what do they say? It's like 19 seconds a day is all you need to lower the blood pressure. I'm sure you know much more statistics than I do.
It's so powerful, yeah. And so let's do the next position, and then I'll tell you the story about touch. Put your hands at the back of your head. You can put one on top of the other. Now you're a yogi, so you can have your elbows down, but someone who's tighter could again have pillows under the arms, because they should be totally relaxing. And now you're calming the animal parts of your brain, sometimes called the reptilian parts of the brain. And I like to think of in this position like my brain is just falling back into the cup of my hands. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
And so there have been research studies about touch. And if you remember during the Romanian disaster of Ceausescu, they had babies in wards, and they were cared for, they were fed, but they weren't touched and held. And when the babies died, because they didn't just not thrive, they died for lack of touch, they discovered that their brains had not developed. Their brains weren't even the size that a baby's brain should be.
Wow.
Kind of a sad story to bring in.
Though.
But that's the power of what we're doing. And then the last head position, now we're going through this much quicker.
Obviously.
So this could be a 15, 20 minute, 60 minute.
Or you could just do 5 minutes of one.
Yes.
Right.
So top of the head, any way that's comfortable for you. And again, you're imagining or experiencing the calmness of your hands moving into your brain, if you're into yoga already, into your 7th chakra, and allowing soothing and perhaps enlightening energy to be spreading throughout. And we like to start with the head, oftentimes, unless there's a lot of trauma, in which case we start with the feet.
Okay.
But we like to start with the head because for most of us, mentally, we're so active.
Oh, I know, especially this day and age.
Yeah, so it's hard to turn that off, and starting at the head can be very helpful.
Very light pressure too, just enough for you to feel
just
like
really comfy.
just a little love, a little hug.
Exactly. And then another position is your throat, and it could either be like this, base of the hands together, or some people like. Sorry to have you lifting your head.
Haha, no, I like this one. I don't know about this one.
I know. I prefer the heels of the hands together.
Okay.
And for many people, this is a very potent position. Your thyroid gland is back here, your voice box. For a lot of us, we carry tremendous tension in this part of the body.
Oh yeah, just protecting your voice and your communication.
Exactly.
It's fantastic.
And then I'd love for you to hang out there, but let's make sure we get through.
Okay.
Tops of the chest. You're just covering here, so your upper lungs. You know your upper lungs go all the way up above your collarbones?
Isn't that crazy?
I know a lot of people don't know that,
They
but
don't.
they do. They're way up here. And then, of course, your middle lungs and the heart, and then you just move down your body. So.
Oh my God! Shut up, timer. What a buzzkill! But it's good to keep. It's good to keep us on point.
It is. Okay, so.
And then would you go
here
all the way down
and
as far as you
here.
could?
And then usually I end at the hip crease.
Okay.
So imagine four positions on your body here, 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 here. And
Yeah.
then if you could get to the back, you could do your upper back or slide your hands under here. But for a lot of people, that's not so comfortable, and so you just let the Reiki go where it goes,
That's fantastic.
which is one of the principles. Wherever your hands are, it goes where your hands are, but also goes where it's needed. So
Yeah.
we don't even have to diagnose or know what's going on. We just offer ourselves this soothing touch.
I think it's so important, and a lot of us miss that. And I think, you know, as we are shifting into an age where everything is warp speed, and our children, everything is warp speed.
Yeah.
You know, we get used to it, and it's like just slowing down even for a moment. You can do each one of those hand positions, 5 minutes peppered throughout your day.
Yeah, it's great.
It's super powerful, and it's not just about doing down dogs or standing on your head or your hands or being acrobatic or putting on a bikini and shooting yourself on Instagram. No, it's not. There's so much more power
It's very deep practice.
in yoga. Yeah, so
This feels good on your feet.
it's so good. I can't even tell you. Marcia, thank you so much for joining me
You're
yet
welcome.
again.
Sure.
Yoga and High rules. I think I'm moving to Columbus.
Good, we'll take you.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much.
Yes,
It's been
thank you.
such a pleasure to be here. If there's any questions that you guys have at all, if there's anything that you guys want to learn, then just subscribe below. Let us know what you need to know. And it's been quite an honor. So thank you
Sure.
so much.
Yeah.
We'll see you here here every Thursday. And for Lady Yoga, LA Yoga Magazine, Yoga on High, namaste. Thank you very much.
Blessings.
Namaste. Double namaste.